back. Or should we say, like,
back.
howdy? Did they say that? Did they say that in Nashville? I didn't even notice.
No one said it to us, which was rude.
Right. And I told Susie I was waiting the whole time for like y'all come back now. And then I was like, wait, I think that's Texas. But we still got the Southern hospitality.
Maybe they're trying to tone it down with all that.
Maybe. Who knows? But we had a great time.
We did. Episode 348. We were on the Brain Candy went on the road, really.
Yes. Like the whole team.
I mean, the gang was all there.
Right.
We went to Nashville first.
Yes.
And we got to see Tori.
We got to see Tori, and we got to see bridal showers.
Oh, my God.
No, not bridal showers. Bachelorette parties. I always confuse the two.
Yes. We were informed that, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say that Nashville is the bachelorette capital of the world?
Yeah. And we were informed while we were there, after looking around going, why is everybody woohooing, and how come there are so many parties of girls in sequin dresses? And somebody was like, oh, they're all bachelorette parties. And we're like, what are you talking about? And then we look around, and it was like that thing where, like, you don't notice it, and then somebody tells you, and you're like, oh, my God, we're surrounded. They're everywhere.
And it's not hyperbole. Like, there were an enormous number of women. And they do that. Somebody's like, well, why don't bachelor parties come here? And I thought... They might be here, but we would never know because they aren't wearing stupid-ass sashes and veils and matching fucking shirts.
Oh, my God, so many. And they do, and this is not a knock to anybody who does this.
Yes, it is.
Because, okay, well.
No, Sarah, you're nice. You're nice. Go ahead.
Yeah. But because I get it. Like, it is fun to, like, get, and do that whole thing. But it's like they travel in packs, and they all have... it's like but it's a uniform for every single, like they were going to brunch.
Yeah.
And they're in like jean shorts, black shirts for the bridal party. And then the bride, she's going to wear all white. And it's just like, ladies.
Right.
We know you're at a bachelorette party. We know. Everybody in the room knows.
Yeah.
You don't need the outfits.
I am more critical of it, mainly because I don't like the idea that you need an excuse to let loose.
Right.
And that's what happens with women. Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about this, or maybe I talked with Adam, who knows. But I was wondering if maybe because it's like kind of in this place in the United States where maybe they're more traditional in like male and female roles and relationships and like, women are...
Gender dynamics.
Gender dynamics, yes, thank you. That... maybe this was like the one place where they all get to go and it's like the free pass place.
Yeah, right. Like Vegas, but...
Yeah, it's like all agreed upon. But like Vegas is kind of like, I don't know, it feels like you say Vegas and it's like, oh, you're going to Vegas. But Nashville's like, nobody goes, oh, you're going to Nashville.
True, it's like a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they were
so
everywhere.
There's like this inside info of like, okay, ladies, in Nashville, like... all bets are off, and it, like, doesn't even count. And
right.
There were a few bachelor parties I saw. I did see the bus go by with the guys without shirts on.
My
and
God,
I was like, why is there a bus of no shirts? Oh, right. That's the male equivalent to this.
I'd rather have no shirts than matching shirts.
This is maybe true.
Yeah, but that's just me. I mean, different strokes, whatever you're into.
Oh, speaking of, that's funny. Who's the great Brain Candy Brainiac who gave me the book, Don't Be a Dick?
Oh, no, that was from the publisher. They sent that to us.
Oh, well, that book is hilarious.
Yeah,
and I was flipping through it. How Not to Be a Dick. Oh, my gosh, it's so funny. And there's a whole a whole page on where is not appropriate to be shirtless for, like, dudes. And it's hilarious. It's like a page of where you're allowed to not have a shirt, where you're absolutely not allowed. And I guarantee you one I could add to the list is on the top of a tour bus.
Right.
Keep it on.
Yes, please.
Oh, it cracks me up.
And there were a lot of party buses, too. That was a whole scene.
Oh, my gosh, so many. That's, like, not my scene, because I'm not, like, a woo-hooer. There's no amount of alcohol that I can drink that would make me like that. The only place I am like that, oddly enough, is, like, at summer camp. When there's no alcohol and I'm only sober.
You know what? That's hilarious, and I wish I had video of you there, but... Also, I think it's very on brand that we became friends with the security guard.
Oh, this is true. We're like, we like safety, control, rules, and order, and we don't like any mischief. And so we make friends with the security guard.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably the first time that ever happened to him.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. He was very friendly.
He was. And we had a nice time, and now it's the good thing when you come home and you like are glad to be back.
Yes, that's the best feeling.
It's the best.
Yeah, so, we're just getting settled in here. Susie's cat's still alive, and it's all good.
I know. That was scary. So how are you feeling now that everyone knows you're single and all that? And I like to check in with you about this because...
Oh, thanks.
It's stressful.
It's weird. Yeah, I really have zero interest in, dating right now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You'd think it would be the opposite, I'm single, I'm free, but it's not like that. Because maybe that's not how, our separation was, but it was more just no, I need to do, a lot of self, just, me time and, get... the next phase of my life, just get everything all set up. So now I'm really just focused on work.
Oh, I was going to make you listen to this. I saw on Instagram yesterday, Oprah Magazine did a clip where a journalist was interviewing Oprah on the red carpet, and the journalist said, "Do you have any advice for me? I'm newly single. How how can I spend this time?" And Oprah was like, "Oh, this is the best time. This is the time where you don't have to be the wife or the partner or the whatever. You just can dig into whatever you want and really discover who you are. And in so doing, the right person will come along if you wish."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking me to church right now, as Oprah often does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is the truth. And I really think that that's it, because it's when, when you go and you dig in and you really are living your best life, for lack of a better phrase, then you just send out this radiating glow that's like a magnet to other people who have that same light.
Yes.
Or people who'd like to feed off of it, but you can pretty much weed those guys out.
And I don't even think that's limited to dating or not. I think that's just, if whatever vibe you're putting out, you're probably going to attract like-minded people. Yes. So that's good. You should take advantage of that vibe you have.
Well, and after my amazing fortune from the
Willie
Nelson fortune-telling machine at the Willie Nelson Museum, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
Willie
it
Nelson
was really encouraging.
We're dead on. Mm-hmm. He talked about my friends in the armed forces. It's perfect. So...
Yeah, that was weird. But
it was totally weird.
Yeah, that was the right message for you at the right time.
Love it.
I also have a message for anyone who happens to be getting married, which is they should use Zola. Zola is the wedding company that will do anything for love. They basically reinvented the wedding planning and registry experience so that you can be the happy couple and get everybody on the same page about your big day. They take the stress out of wedding planning. They have free wedding websites, the easiest wedding registry, invitation suites, tons of stuff. And you can get an invitation. They have thousands of designs that you can choose from. The prices are friendly. And you can build a whole suite at Zola. So let people know what's going on with your wedding, answer questions about the big day, and then print your guest addresses for free. I mean, they have everything you would want. And you can let guests RSVP online, too. So, I mean, it just makes it really convenient. It's a one-stop shop, all in the service of love. And they have a deal for you guys. Sign up at Zola.com/braincandy and get 30% off your invites and paper order. That's sign up at Zola.com/braincandy and get 30% off your invites and paper order. ZOLA.com/braincandy to get that. And tons of options for you and lots of fun things for you to do if you're getting married. So take advantage of that, people. Okay. So,
did you see the weird-ass story about the TVs that got dropped off on people's porches?
Yes!
What is that, Susie? It's freaking me out.
Why is it freaking you out?
I don't know. It feels so Did you watch the video? And then the guy waves.
He waves.
Yeah.
Tell the listeners what happened.
Weird.
Tell them.
Okay. So I'm gonna let me pull up what city it's in because I want to make sure. I want to say it's in Virginia. So it's in a city in Virginia, and the residents all woke up, and
yes,
50 of them had old school TVs, like VHS style, like big, the big ass TVs.
Yeah.
On their front porch with the screen like perfectly positioned towards the door, and like no other information.
Weird. Right.
It gives me goosebumps. Freaky. It's like so Twilight Zone-y.
Well, and then that's not even the weirdest part.
What is the weirdest part?
The weirdest part is how this guy that's dropping them off on people's porches is doing it whilst wearing a TV on his head.
Correct. Oh, now I get chills everywhere. See, because this is like some weird message.
You think?
But like I don't know. Or maybe not, but this is like a great prank if not. Because
it
has me creeped out. And I love how the cops are like, we can't do anything. Like the worst crime that he's guilty of is leaving property on another person's property.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know.
It's like a misdemeanor or something.
Yeah, it's so minor.
What about trespassing? Yeah. What is...
because it's the front porch. He didn't technically,
So
that would be like UPS is trespassing or your mail carrier is trespassing. You know? If you're just, coming to the doorbell, I don't know. Maybe I think that's,
It's different.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Wait, but don't you think it's funny if it's a prank?
Yes.
I mean, it seems like they have too much time on their hands, but...
Yeah, and I just... the only thing the cops had to rent a van, like a big truck, and they had to go around and they had to pick them up.
No way.
That was it. And the cops are like, it didn't really bother us. And some people are like, we love it.
Yeah, people got footage of this guy on their, security cameras, and I didn't know that he waved at the camera.
Yeah, there was one where he waved, and it is...
creepy.
It reminds me of the show or the movie The Purge, which then became a show, so I'm right again. But there's something about it where it's like this feels like or that group Anonymous, or one of those things where it's like this is phase one, to open your eyes to this. I don't frickin' know, but
I think who has access to that many TVs also? Right. Because they're the old-timey kind.
Yeah.
Maybe they work at a recycling facility.
Or yeah.
Do you think anyone is happy to have the old TV?
This is what I wonder. It's how come nobody was like, well, I'm taking this.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We really needed one for our right. basement, for the an old, for our Nintendo 64
monitor.
System.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be into it. I'm in need of a TV.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe we have it all wrong. This guy's a good Samaritan.
Right. He's just trying to recycle.
Yeah.
Recycle, reduce, reuse.
He cares about the planet, people.
That's it.
I do. That part that he wears the TV on his head, though, that's what really got me. I mean, that is bizarro.
It is.
God bless him.
I want more things dropped off on people's porches that are, mysterious, but, safe,
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll get caught, or they'll just let it go?
They'll let it go. But this is the weird thing, is that this happened in another city close to there, but with fewer televisions, 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's the same guy. It's got to be, right?
Right. Or it's like a copycat crime.
Right.
People are just going to start doing this all over the country.
Oh, it's so weird.
Whenever you know how people crimes are contagious, and also suicides and stuff. Yeah. Have you ever seen something in that vein and thought, yeah, I want to do that?
Oh, good question, but definitely not. I'm
right.
Definitely not.
Who are these people?
Let me think. But then it's okay. So I would imagine what happens is, I'm thinking about conversations I have with Lincoln, and he'll tell me a knock-knock joke. And we'll be talking about something, and then he'll tell me a knock-knock joke 10 minutes later, but it'll be about the thing that we talked about earlier. Yeah. But it's it's just because it's floating around in his mind.
Oh,
so
it's
I almost
unconscious.
Wonder, yeah, I wonder if it's they read this stuff, and then it lives in there for a bit, and then they think, I need to have a plan for how to, fuck with somebody or whatever. I know, I'll do this. And I wonder if they even think it's an original idea.
Yeah, they don't even know they're copying.
Yes, because I don't know if Lincoln knows that was because we talked about lizards 10 minutes ago.
He was primed.
Right. He's primed to make a lizard joke. Right.
Well, this sort of category of like, who are these people? I mean, that fits into about 90% of what we talk about. But
yeah.
I had read an article that was who, it was based on that NXIVM, that sex cult.
Yes.
And it was asking who would join a sex cult, what type of person.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a very interesting article, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense. I suppose it's one of those things, just like any cult, where it's almost like a concoction of things that come together at the right moment that make you prime for being a member. But can you? I mean, I feel like don't timing get is
everything.
I guess so.
It's that. It's like something that sweeps in at the right moment that seems like an answer to everything. Because it's the same way. In a way, I almost feel like it would be the same way somebody would get addicted to like an opioid or like a drug or something. You know, I was that. I was talking with somebody about like addiction with opioids and how like you're in an emotional. It can be easier to get addicted when you're in a bad place emotionally, or when you have emotional pain and physical pain. Like, say, the high school kid who like injures himself playing football. Now he's depressed because he can't play football, but he also has an injury. So he takes that, and it's really like the emotional pain, because your brain like has a hard time distinguishing between the two as far as like what's going on chemically in your body.
Yeah.
And so it's like stronger. So I wonder if somebody's experiencing emotional pain at a time in their life where they're very vulnerable to like influence or whatever, and are looking for an answer, and then something comes in and they're like, man, I feel better. This makes me feel good in all these areas, and it's like taking care of this, pain, like missing thing that I had before, like no family or no connection, and da-da-da-da-da. And your brain like becomes rewired to need that.
When we talk about in religion, when people just join a normal cult, although most cults have a sexual component, but that there are parts of the worldview or the religion or whatever, the community, that do meet some needs. Mm-hmm. If it were just all bonkers, nobody would do it. There's something that is usually present that is helpful or makes the person feel loved or gives them motivation or inspiration. And then all the bonkers stuff is sort of just part of it. And you love the good stuff so much that you're willing to go along with the weirdness. And
then it's like the weird stuff you're only exposed to a little bit of the weird stuff at a time.
Yeah.
And
it's
then they
say
at a certain time you're like, well, now it's set up to where if I say no to all this really weird stuff, I'm going to lose all of this security, good stuff, like everything that mattered to me. And at that point, they've convinced you that there's nothing else through all that isolation and, cut off and all that.
Yes.
That it's the end. It's like, what other option do you have?
When like Leah Remini talks about how by the time that she was revealed the Xenu, space god, whatever stuff, she was in so deep that she just thought, well, whatever, I like all the other stuff, so you just go along with it. But that particular NXIVM one, it's more baffling to me because the guy that they were all entranced by and under his spell and like banging him, you just think, how is he that charming that people bought into his bullshit?
I mean, but look at Marilyn Manson.
You mean Charles?
Oh my God. I love Marilyn Manson. Charles Manson.
This is Ted Bundy, Al Bundy all over again.
What is wrong? This is, I don't know. This is what traveling did to me. My brain is just like, not here
but
today.
Also
I've
Marilyn
said like the
Manson.
wrong things all the time. I do not think that he is the cause of
Charles
any of this.
Manson is, was sort of handsome and, was persuasive. But the guy in his NXIVM, I don't see anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a picture of him. I listened to the entire podcast that was all about it.
Oh, what did you find out?
Oh, it was good.
What did you think about it?
Oh, well, I could see how easy it was to get caught up in it.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it was that it was women who, like, he put women in charge of recruiting other women. A lot of times it's men who
Yeah, good point.
Are more in the powerful positions. Mm-hmm. But this one,
yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, and he gave all this power to a very select number of women, and then all the other women who really wanted that power and like to feel like that saw them and were like, "Ooh, I want that." But the ones who had the power were like freaking out too, and going like, "This seems wrong," but then just projected this image that, you know, they have all the answers and have it all figured out and are, you know, having all this wonderful life and success, and it wasn't true. But everybody underneath was like, "Yeah, I want to be that."
Right.
It's all fake.
Well, what isn't fake is how much I love literati. Sarah, I have to tell you about this because
I don't know about this.
Well, you don't have a kid, so this was not as applicable to you. However, it would make a great gift. Literati is a subscription book club for kids.
Oh my gosh, how cute!
They mail you 5 teacher-approved books every month for your kid. And it's basically the one that teachers would buy for their own kids. And the box contains the 5 age-appropriate books, like based on a theme, like the Animal Kingdom or whatever. And then it also includes exclusive original art and a personalized note to your kid. Oh. And Lincoln got his box, and these books are so cute because they're really fun and teach him stuff, but they're actually pretty too. They look like really nice books that you want to keep. And it's just, obviously this is very on brand for us. But
yes.
For a limited time, you can go to literatibooks.com and use promo code BRAINCANDY for $20 off your first box. Plus, kids 3 and up get a special blacklight pen, which we just gave to Lincoln today, and he won't quit using it. He thinks it's like a secret pen because, you know, you have to put the black light on it to see what he wrote. This is their best offer available anywhere. To get it, you have to go to literatibooks.com, promo code BRAINCANDY for $20 off your first box, plus a free blacklight pen for kids 3 and up. literatibooks.com, promo code BRAINCANDY. I just think this is such a great thing.
I love it. That's so cute. And I'm thinking maybe one of those books he got was about birds, because we played a lot of 20 questions in the backseat of that car.
Yeah.
And every animal was a bird, and he knew far more about birds than I ever thought he would.
Yeah, he did. He got a bird. Well, actually, it was all animals, and it was funny facts about animals. And I'm reading it being like, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's great.
It was really cool. And the book is beautiful, too. I'll post a picture of it in our Instagram. But yeah, you're right. I mean, he's actually learning a lot and is looking forward to reading, which is not something he does normally, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Any hoodles.
That's great.
I'm definitely not joining a sex cult or anything. I was just curious.
Yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah, please don't.
It just doesn't appeal to me. Maybe if there's a bunch of hot guys in the group, but...
You know, there is that Andrew Keegan one.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's
Do you get to sleep with him? Probably not.
I bet you do.
Maybe. Who knows?
That's interesting. I haven't looked that up in a while. I wonder if they're still going strong.
Yeah.
Don't you love him or something?
Oh, I did when I was younger. I had a huge crush on him.
But now you don't.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I like... When Tiger Heat magazine stopped being the number one purchase of mine at the drugstore, it stopped.
I think it's called Tiger Beat, but Tiger Heat is more hilarious.
God. That's like the adult version of it. Tiger Beat. It's totally Tiger Beat. Oh, that's funny. Well, either way. What is it? Teen... maybe there's like a Teen Pop Bop. There.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I can picture that one. I can't believe those magazines still exist, because you'd think everyone would get all their content, you know, on the blogs and Instagram or whatever.
No, you know what it's for? I totally can see. It's like little... I remember being a 13-year-old girl, 14, 15... Yeah, 13, really. And loving to just decorate the walls of my room with the pictures that I cut out from those magazines.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It was more of an art project in a magazine. Like, they're perfect layouts to, like, make your scrapbook in your notebook. You know how you have, like, the clear folder? Oh, come on. That was, like... 50% of the reason why I wanted to go to school when I was little, to just show off my notebook and my new collages weekly.
I was thinking just the other day about how, I don't know if this was true when you were a kid, but did you have to put book covers on your books?
Yes.
And did you use paper bags?
Yes.
Okay, but why doesn't anyone do that anymore?
Because they have those new ones that are dumb, that are like, first of all, maybe nobody buys paper bags. They should. Yeah. Or not buy them, but, have them laying around, reuse them. But no, everybody uses those stretchy ones because I don't know, I think the kids got it in their heads. Like, what they do is that the book fair, like when you go to school, to like in your elementary school or whatever, as I remember, because I was like just on that transition when like they invented those or whatever when I was just leaving school. Okay. So it was like right before when they were available, but we were like, do we use these or like what? And it was like the kids whose parents didn't want to waste time with like anything. They were just like, get those. The ones who are, they put them right at the check stand when you buy all your books. And it's like, do you need a cover for it? And the parents like, yeah, I just need a cover for it. Da-da-da-da. Yeah. And then I remember almost being jealous of those kids who had the covers because it seemed like something that was like an extra buy,
Yeah, it's fancy.
It's fancy, yeah. And then I felt like, I just got to cover my own. But now it's like, I would much rather cover my own.
I swear they don't even use those anymore, though.
Like book covers?
Yeah. But maybe I'm wrong. I just haven't seen any. And I thought, I don't know, I just kind of missed the paper bag thing.
Me too. It was so much fun. And then I would decorate that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best. And write like math, all cool. And like, oh man, I love doing that.
Yeah.
That was the best.
I don't know. I find those types of things interesting where you're like, that's outdated, but why? What happened? But I think you're right. Somebody decided to make a fancy version and then that became the new thing.
Yeah. Boo those fancy versions.
Yeah, right? Because, like you said, why not reduce, reuse, recycle?
Yeah. I feel like I saw a story about that recently that I was going to share with you guys. I don't remember. But I did read a story about how there's police who in a town who asked everybody, they said on a certain day of the month, people could pay off their parking tickets through donations to an animal shelter.
Oh, wait. Okay, this must be a trend because I heard one on the radio that it was similar, but it was buy school supplies for teachers in place of paying for the ticket.
Okay, I love this.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, right? And I feel like there's something, I feel like almost more towns should do this and just let me know where the money for my parking ticket is going. Because even if it is just going to the city, if they were to say, pay off your parking ticket and 40 new books for the library, whatever it is, then I would probably have less of those feelings about like being pissed at the city for giving it to me.
Yeah, you would feel like a part of the community or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm super into it. And then they had like all these pictures of like the cops cuddling with the kittens, and I'm like, wow, it's adorable.
What I'm not into though is those stupid gimmicks that the cops do sometimes, where they pull people over and then say like, "Here's a free ice cream cone."
Oh hell no! Is that happening?
Yeah, like they act like it's to build public morale, but really it's like scaring people of color for starters, and also nobody has time for that.
And I'm a white person, and I'm terrified of that. Mm-hmm. Why would you make my cortisol levels go through the roof?
I know.
On my way to work.
Whose idea was this?
It's terrible.
Do you think they just do it for publicity, and then they hope that... What? I don't know.
But, like, come on. You really are making somebody late for work or wherever the heck they needed to go.
Yeah, we're busy, assholes.
My ways did not take into consideration getting pulled over for a friggin' free ice cream cone.
When's the last time you got pulled over?
Oh, my gosh. Don't jinx me. I have not been pulled over, years. I got pulled over.
Oh, my God. It was that time we were out with Tiffany.
I did get pulled over one more time after that.
Okay.
And it was for going like 42 and a 35 or something. And he pulled me over, and it was like nothing. And I said to him, I'm like, you're right. I totally was thinking to myself as I was driving, like, man, this road is really bumpy for this being the speed limit. Because I thought the speed limit was 45. I didn't. And it's like a road that doesn't look like it should be 35. Yeah. But the way that the road is paved, it's like, I don't know, there was some tree damage or something, so it's like super bumpy. And I told the cop that. I was like, man, I was thinking, like, this road is really dangerous to be, and he just wrote me a ticket. It was no big deal.
He really did write you a ticket.
Yeah, I know. I thought my honesty was going to get me out of it, but
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was not even that big of a deal. And I just did traffic school. But that was like 7+ years ago. It was online. It's like no biggie.
Oh, it's online?
Oh yeah. California is really great for that. I just did online traffic school.
Oh, that's great.
It's been years. It's dropped off my...
It worked, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And
I always make a 3-point... I always stop at the stop signs. Everybody who's in the car with me is like, what? It's like the middle of the night, Sarah. You don't need to come to a complete stop. I'm like, yes, I do.
Well, you're very cautious.
I am cautious. So, yeah, I don't get pulled over, knock on wood. But I also never break the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove home last night, probably, the fastest I've driven home, and I was going like 76.
Oh, my God. That's adorable.
And the whole time I was like, oh, what if I get pulled over? You're fine.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Oh, I was fine because I was, only going 76. What about you? When's the last time you got pulled over?
Gosh, like probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, look at us. We're such good drivers.
I'm a speed demon, though, so I'm surprised. Although
really?
I don't want to jinx myself either.
Yeah, your husband's kind of a speed demon, too.
Yeah, I guess we are. We got places to go, Sarah.
I know.
And one place we go to is thirdlove.com because they have the best bras in the world.
Yes. Oh, so comfy.
Perfect fit. They use data points. We love data points generated by millions of women who took their Fit Finder quiz. So they designed their bras with actual breasts in mind.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And they have over 70 sizes, including their signature half sizes. And you don't have to go into a store and get measured and all that jazz. You can do it right from your phone or online, wherever. And it's just, I find that the bra fits perfectly. It's comfortable, and I hate bras, so that's saying something.
Yeah. And I saw you wearing your Third Love one the whole time we were on our vacation.
I did. It's the only bra I wear. They allow 60 days for you to wear it, wash it, and put it to the test. If you don't love it, you can return it, and they'll donate it to a woman in need, which is lovely. And they know that there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now, Third Love is offering our listeners 15% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/brain now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/brain for 15% off today.
Yes.
Do it. Your boobies will thank you.
As will your wallet.
Yes. And I was reading, did you see recently in The Atlantic, there was a story about a fertility doctor who was using his own semen.
Oh, this came out a while ago, right?
It was a few months ago.
Oh, or maybe this is another, but yes, I did see that.
You might be thinking of the book we read, Inherited, where she found out that her dad was the doctor, the fertility doctor.
I definitely saw this in the news, but also that. But I think this happens more often.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I wanted to know what your thoughts were because I understand why that would be shocking information that the doctor who was supposed to just be your fertility doctor was in fact the father of your child or your biological dad or whatever. But on the other hand, I don't know why it matters so much. But I don't want to be insensitive. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get there in my brain, like, what would that feel like and why they feel so violated by that?
Well, I think it's anything, that when you create the thing that can be so painful is when the reality or the image that we've created in our minds and this picture that we've created is, like, blown to pieces. Or like ripped away from us, or like the idea of how things are and, or were or whatever, like disappears. So if you have a family who is, looking through donors, sperm donors, and they find this one who has the same cultural background as their, father, and they're like so excited because, or like maybe, wow, they graduated from the same university, and for some way that makes me feel connected to the sperm in this situation where I can't really be that connected to it, and it has these sort of features, and maybe it's going to grow up to look kind of like me, and da-da-da-da. And then you find out that all that was a lie. That would be really difficult to just have your mind just create a new...
But they knew that they were from sperm donors.
Yeah, but I think you get to kind of choose who your donor is.
Back then, they didn't.
So this is just a rando one?
Yeah, they were told that it was going to be from like
goes out the window.
Yeah, because they told them that it was coming from medical students that worked there. And they were told things that were deceptive, of course. Like they said, they only use the same sperm 3 times, so I guess there won't be 1 million siblings, and now that's not true. Things like that, and I get why that's upsetting, but. Yeah. It's harder. Okay. Because you just think, well, who cares who the donor was? But they're really upset. And the moms, some of them feel that they were raped because the doctor in question used fresh semen. So he would leave the room.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. That I get.
This part I get. He would leave the room and wank, and then
oh my God,
he would also be the person inserting it into your vagina. So that is violating.
And imagine first of all, you're so sweet for letting me go through that whole story and finish when you're like, actually, that's not at all the information how it is.
No.
But it's really gross because let's think about intention of the doctor in that moment.
Yes.
He is getting off.
That's what I'm wondering. On the idea
that he is going to be the one impregnating this woman.
Do you think?
It's, absolutely. I think it's like full-blown narcissism at its worst.
And that's the theory that a lot of the kids had was this about like creating some sort of weird master race? Was this sexual gratification? Like you're saying, I had just chalked it up to like, he's got a job to do. He's running low on sperm in the bank. And he's just that. That was my thought.
No way he's running low on sperm. Those sperm banks are overflowing. But you tell guys, you get to wank into a cup and I'm going to give you like $20 or whatever.
No, but this was before that. This was before banks. So he stopped doing it whenever banks became popular in the 80s.
So how were people getting sperm donors back then?
Medical
student donations.
Students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or volunteers, like if you knew somebody that would volunteer.
Man.
Yeah.
This is layered.
It is. And I mean, I have never been in anything similar situation. So I'm just trying to get in my head like what it might feel like to find out the doctor did it.
Well, I think it's awful, and I think that doctor, because
I think he's really not sorry.
That's, I just feel like, it does feel like it was, his intentions were not like, I am going, well, damn, who knows? I really want to know, like, what his thoughts are.
The
like,
things that he's done.
Feels like he's the hero? Does he have, like, a hero complex? Like, he's rescued them? Like, like the firefighter who sets the fire, then gets to put it out?
Yeah.
This is essentially like, he gets to be the one to save these women from being infertile, but it's with his own sperm, which is, like, freaking weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they were saying, like, even now, he's like, they are liars. Meanwhile, we have DNA, dipshit. Like,
what is he? Okay.
He's still being like, I never did that. These people are defaming me. And the worst part, in my mind, is that he really didn't break any laws. Yeah. So the only thing they were able to charge him for was that when he was sent a letter from the Attorney General about it, he just wrote back and said, like, this is all lies and stuff. So they were able to get him for obstruction of justice. But literally, if he hadn't written that letter, there would be no crime that he could be charged with.
Oh, my God.
So that's kind of gross. It's
weird. Yeah, and the fact that he, like, is that kind of, has that attitude about it.
And when he met some of the kids, he was just, like, quoting Bible verses and being weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is weird. I don't like it.
I think, like you said, though, this is a real thing, and so many people are realizing that their parents aren't who they say they were, or things like this. All that DNA stuff. And the kids that were the doctor's biological kids said they have, like, a Facebook group, and every time a holiday comes around, like Christmas or Father's Day or Mother's Day, they get more members because people get these kits for their holidays.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Right. Every
time a holiday comes around, they get more members.
Right.
That is...
Yes. There you go.
Oh, my gosh.
Changing the subject. we were talking recently, remember you and I were talking about the Uber that I got into that smelled so bad and all that?
Yes.
And then I came across an article that was talking about how there's this big standoff between Uber drivers and the customers about air fresheners.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever get in one and it's like super pungent?
Oh, it's so bad.
Some people really hate that.
I hate it. I'm very sensitive to fake chemical smells.
Yes.
Like, it makes me feel nauseous. Mm-hmm. And I can smell, like, the chemicals in all those, and it makes me feel like, ugh. Yeah.
Would you ever say something?
Well, no, because I want to get where I'm going. And usually when I call an Uber, I'm like a last-minuter who's like...
You're in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
What am I going to say? I'm going to wait for the next one, and then I got to wait. And before, where I lived before,
I think
it
some
was like
people
20
do.
minutes for
I know.
Uber. I don't got that kind of time.
Neither do I, and that's why what I do is I go into lightstream.com/braincandy because if you don't have a lot of time, this is the best way to get all your credit cards consolidated. Super easy. They have an application online, and then you won't have to worry about those crazy interest rates and bonkers crap where you lose all that money, multiple payments, all the due dates, whatever. Just have one payment with one lower rate. And with Lightstream, they will give you a rate as low as 5.95% APR with auto pay. And like I said, the application's super easy, and then you can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000 with no fees as soon as the day you apply. And just for our listeners, apply now to get a special interest rate discount. The only way to get the discount is to go to lightstream.com/braincandy, lightstream.com/braincandy. Subject to credit approval, rate includes 0.50 auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/braincandy for more information. I had somebody message me about that and say, like, what's the deal? Is this real? Is this good? I'm a little nervous. Yeah. I'm like, girl, get it.
Girl, get it.
Anyway, yeah, the air freshener thing. Because I think what happens is some riders complain about probably stale smell or unpleasant odors. And then other riders complain about the air freshener.
Right.
So, like,
who are you going to make happy?
Yeah. What's the answer?
I know. I mean, I think that they have to maybe have like I don't know, with all those chemicals and everything, I feel like there should be like just make sure it's an all natural one, but that's just like the hippie in me who wants that. Mm-hmm. Because a little bit of essential oils and...
that's true. You could use those.
Go a long way.
Have you ever seen one where there's like 20 air fresheners hanging?
Oh my God, that means they're smoking pot.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is this like a signal I'm supposed to know?
Well, not like a signal, but I would imagine that they're like the only reason that you'd have that many air fresheners if there's a scent that you're trying to like really cover up. And it's either cigarettes or pot.
Wait, why do people smoke in their car?
Well, you're not supposed to. I don't know.
I mean, like, why aren't they doing that at home? Just for the smell part.
Suze,
yes.
I don't know. You're asking somebody who hasn't been pulled over in like 10 years.
That's true. You don't know.
I don't know. But
that's a thing.
Yeah. That's, I've definitely, seen the air fresheners hanging, and then let's just say the drivers look like the kind of person who would fit that bill.
Yeah, you like do marijuana profiling?
Yes, totally. Guilty as charged. And so would they be if they got pulled over for...
Wow, she's getting serious.
Oh,
although,
super.
I was reading also about how when people get arrested and then end up in, I guess it's house arrest where you get the electronic ankle bracelet, that they charge the inmate or the criminal, whatever the fees are to run the thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. What are those?
I guess to operate and maintain these devices, it costs however much money, and so they put that charge onto the criminal. And so what it does is it makes it so that underprivileged people will end up just having to go to jail because they can't afford to maintain the ankle bracelet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
That's what I thought.
Dude, I had no idea that was a thing. And that means it's expensive. Oh, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's unfair, certainly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if my, direct TV, where I can have 400 whatever channels, only cost me $40 a month, what the heck is going on with this ankle bracelet?
I don't think it's that much. I can't remember the exact amount. I think it was maybe $200 a month, but it was there's a fee for the device. I think it was maybe even $1,000 just to get the device. People can't afford that.
Yeah, and that's price. That's definitely, there are cheaper alternatives than that. Is, come on.
But the for-profit prison system.
Yes.
But I really obviously privilege and money changes everything across the board. This is not exactly the only example we could provide.
Right, of course.
But it was just something I never even thought about.
Me either. I would have never thought about that. That is totally, that makes sense. And could you imagine?
I suppose it's no different, though, than bail or all the other ways that people pay their way out of. Yeah. But, gosh, I just never thought about it.
It's a corrupt system, man.
It really is.
What are we going to do?
Well, don't smoke pot in your Uber.
Definitely not.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
I read also, though, that the Vatican stopped selling cigarettes.
Oh, well, good.
But how weird is it that they were doing that?
Oh, better question. Better point. That is weird. And where? In the gift shop?
I assume they mean Vatican City.
Oh, yeah, okay. Got it.
They are going to lose. It's their second highest revenue generator. And they're going to lose $11 million a year, the Catholic Church, because they decided to do this, stop selling the cigarettes.
Wow. It's like they make $11 million on cigarettes and $20,000 on crucifixes. And that's it. On what are those necklaces?
Rosaries.
Rosaries. And that's their only profit. No,
and
it's all they sold in Vatican City.
Right. Their big moneymaker is all the booze and poker sets, cigarettes.
You're right. Oh my gosh. That's funny. But also not funny.
I didn't know that in Vatican there are these cards that you can get. And if you have one, then you can buy all this stuff without the taxes. And so they have flat screen TVs and...
No way. Oh my gosh.
How weird is that?
Because it's the city and you can go inside. Oh my gosh. That is weird. Those kind of things.
Yeah. And it's sure to just I don't know how the system is set up in terms of how someone was comfortable with the commerce of religion. Not as if this is the only example, for sure. But it's just such an odd combination.
Yeah, well, and I think it's one of those where they got in some way, all into all the commerce, and then it just evolved, and they evolved with it, and we never stopped to go wait a sec, why are they involved in this?
I mean, it's basically the only time Jesus got pissed, though, was when they were doing crap, selling crap in the temple, when he had his temple tantrum.
A temple tantrum! I don't even know about this. This is so funny.
The money changers when he turned over the tables because he was so pissed?
I don't know this story, Suze.
Oh, I mean, it was the only time Jesus saw all these Jewish leaders changing money in the temple, which they're not supposed to do. And so he ran in there and busted shit up.
And he was like, what the hell are you doing in here? This is a place of worship.
Yes, it's sacred
holiness.
Space.
Why the hell are you changing your money and doing business?
And I do wonder how churches and religions make sense of all that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But as you say, what do I know?
Yeah, Yeah, you're just a doctor of this. What do you know? What do you know?
It's just funny, how people make sense of things that to me feel hypocritical, but...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Between jails and this, I don't know what to tell you, Suze. I got no answers for things.
Oh, my God. We're just asking questions today.
A lot of questions. I did see one pretty cool thing, and I'm really hoping that this is a true story and not a fake one.
Yeah.
But I saw that there was an artist who put up a seesaw through the fences.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
On the Mexican border.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't give any instructions, and people naturally just came over and started using it as a seesaw and playing, and it's like symbolic of, you know.
Yeah, the way that it's structured is that the seesaw goes through the slats in the border barrier, and on one side a Mexican child could sit on it, and on the other side the U.S. person could sit on it. I saw the pictures, and I thought, well, that's really cool. Like, who's hanging out by the border? I don't know.
Right.
But I felt like these people had to be told to go there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Probably.
Do you think people just hang out in that area?
Well, maybe, depending on where it goes through, because I've seen other things on, like Vice News and stuff where they talk about, like, what would happen if this person built a wall here? Like, where does this wall go through? And there's some people where it, like, goes through their backyard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where, like, the line, if you actually look at, like, where it's divided, where it would, like, certain things, like rivers would be split and all this weird stuff. And, like, one guy's like, the border's like right there where the backyard of my house is, and I don't want a wall going through. Like, I have a nice view right now. And, so I don't freaking know anything about all that stuff. But all I know is that I really liked the message in the art project. And
I thought that was really cool.
And I'm glad to hear it's not a fake story.
No, I don't think it's fake. But I do wonder, like, whether they were sort of planted there.
Yeah, even so.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
We'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's good.
That's interesting. I never thought about there being somebody who lived that close to the border.
Yeah, because if you're going through it'd be interesting to see, like, what it goes through, because it does.
Yeah. Huh. When's the last time you crossed the border? You're going
like,
soon.
Actually went across the border?
Yeah.
Like, but not just, like, on an airplane, like, crossed the border.
Yeah, all right, let's do that.
Well, I'm just clarifying. Oh, probably a while ago. I used to go down there to do, like, the trips and, like, build houses and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice, Sarah.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you feel nervous? I would have felt nervous.
No, I never did.
Why? Because you're blonde?
Well, yeah, but also this was not at a time where it was like how it is now.
No big deal.
It was like, you're fine. Just go to Mexico. And, I'm like with a bus of, like, people who are volunteering. Like, yeah. I
even get nervous, though, when I would cross the Canadian.
Well, that's where I got the most hassled.
Really?
Oh, that's your... I was on an airplane, though. I was coming into Canada from the U.S. and meeting Landon in Vancouver. And two times. Once for a challenge, because Wes, that idiot, he said we were all supposed to say we were there on, like, personal.
Yeah, for
not
fun.
Not business. And this idiot says business because he's like that. And then we all get detained because we needed, like, different visas, and it was all complicated, and, like, you can't go there for work, there's, like, all these rules. So that was the first time. It took hours to get us out of there. And then the next time was when I was going to visit, like, just meet up with Landon in Vancouver. And they, like, I don't know, thought that I had drugs in my bag or something. No. But they, like, took me into a back, like, area, searched every inch of my bag, and then I kept on saying, like, what are you looking for? And they go, like, you tell us.
No way.
And I was like, I honestly don't know what you're looking for because there is nothing in here. And they were like, well, what about drugs and da-da-da? Do you have any? And I was like, I mean, I smoked a joint at the Beyonce concert last week, which is exactly what I said to them and was, in fact, true. But I'm like, that's not in this bag.
That's really weird. Do you think it was your tattoos?
And then they let me go. And it was like no big deal. But I was like, this is ridiculous.
You think it was random or something about you?
I almost think it was something about me. I think it's because I remember being really tired and then being like, I don't know, I think Landon and I were, like, arguing about something, and as I was going through security, and I remember being, like, not very polite to the security. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I was like, oh, he stamped me with something extra. Like, I was thinking that it was that when I went through.
So you were just being punished because you weren't a nice girl like they expect.
Oh, Suze. Yeah, I thought you were going to be on their side, but now I like this.
No, because I feel like girls are expected to be so
right.
sweet that if we're just regular, they're mad.
Yeah, like I was just dealing with my own stuff. Mm-hmm. And I didn't give him, I just was like, did what I was. And this is me we're talking about. Not like I was an asshole. It's not like right. I was like, fucking just stamp a dude. Like I'm never that. Mm-hmm. I'm just not, hi, how are you? Da, 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 da. I'm just, cold. Like,
yeah,
I'm in the middle of something.
See? Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm not happy about it.
Me either now. Thanks, Suze. You're on my side. I like that. Friends stick together.
I'm also not happy because the episode's over.
Oh, but we'll be back next time with more hilariousness.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.